Yo, welcome back to my first playthrough of the Bureau XCOM Declassified on Xbox 360, playing backwards compatibility on Xbox Series X. So we're back at XCOM for the third time. Let's go and read all the documents and talk to everyone.
I could really use your help. Have a moment?
How is it out there?
How bad do you think it is?
You've seen my reports from the field.
Imagine that everywhere else.
Well, that's no good.
No, but if it's any consolation, maybe you'll be getting some new tricks to use against the outsiders.
I'm listening. Where's the worst of it?
We're hearing activity across the country, any place where there are people to report it. But the report per capita has been spiking in New Mexico.
Have we sent anyone to examine it?
De Silva took a team, but he hasn't reported back yet.
How are you holding up?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, sir. As always.
And the rest of the operators?
Wouldn't know. We haven't had time to talk for the last 36 hours.
That's all for now.
Thank you, sir. And keep up the good work. There are a lot of people out there who need you.
I will.
So is it the same stuff
Make it
here?
quick.
That's all for now.
So
Thank
no
you, sir.
new stuff to speak
I
to.
will.
Right. So looks like we can head into the back. Let's check out the front first. Sometimes there's some documents out here. To all security agents, today's security question for infiltrator screenings and suspicious response guidelines. What noise does a dog make? Interrogation has revealed that outsiders do not appear to have dogs on their homeworld, and as such will not respond to the obvious woof or bark or even bow wow. The closest thing they have appeared to be is a sort of mechanically augmented personal pack animal of similar shape and size. Be warned, at least one infiltrator in the field has been uncovered attempting to pass by using the sound of these creatures. Goff, goff. Remember, your vigilance means the safety of the base and our entire species. When in doubt, take no chances. Director 4. Talk to mate here.
Looking for a few answers?
Okay.
If you get any insights, let us...
Will do,
Nothing
Carter.
new for him. I don't think there'll be any documents along here, but no harm in looking. So I've got multiple doors open this time, but let me go to some of the places I know. Weaver's office.
Yes?
Nothing new
I'm
to say
going
to
to get some
her.
answers.
Good luck.
Which I find weird, to be honest. Must have been the last time we came here. It's just nothing new to say. Anything on the desk? We already listened to that. Probably already looked at this, but we'll look again. Let's check to see if there's anything on her desk. I don't think there was. Nope. So let's head down here. Oh, it's all new, look. Not that there'll be anything in the bathroom, but now I'm looking, eh?
So, we're gonna fight the Martians
Document
by
here.
building our own?
To whom it may concern, I know we're all dealing with a lot right now, from weeks living underground to the threat of extinction of the human race, but if I find the person who keeps drinking my personal store of Thunder Cola, I will turn you in as an infiltrator and see you in front of a firing squad. Go ahead and test me.
Flying saucers?
It's pretty funny.
Shut it, will you?
A ready room.
They say these people's eyes are black. Just solid black.
Are you serious? Why? What's wrong with them?
So I'm running up here because... Okay, yeah, this would be the upstairs bit.
Attention all personnel.
So we head to the left first.
Continue to scramble all
I'm sure Falk has the lab clerks finding some way to track him down.
rumors of
Wasn't the spy invisible? How are they gonna know?
Carter, join me.
Ah, right, so that's what we're supposed to do. So what I'm going to do is go and check all the other areas first.
We need to have a talk, Carter.
I know after we speak to him, it'll probably allow us to run back here and go to the mission select screen, but I'll check everything else before I go to Falk.
outsider structures being built outside of St. Louis. No attacks reported, but sleepwalker infection has spiked in the area. Population is being evacuated. End report.
What's this shit? shit. Detainment report. Infiltrator. Enemy infiltrator. Subject is to receive double guard at all times and visitors are not authorised without director level permission, and even then only under strict observation. Although subject has demonstrated an ability to cloak since its surgery, subject is still considered a high escape risk. Similarly, despite marked decrease in aggression since surgery, subject is considered extremely dangerous. Although the infiltrator is technically considered a prisoner of war, the outsiders are not a known signatory of the Geneva Convention. As such, the standard prisoner of war protections are not extended to it. So they're doing tests on one of these infiltrator things. When I hear infiltrator, I just think of the Terminator, mate. Fucking look at all these new labs that have opened up. This is where we fought through at the start, the very first prologue, I'm sure of it.
Calm yourself, Doctor.
Loads of stuff
Personality
to
will not help
listen
us
to and
identify
read.
enemy infiltrators.
Leaders to the outsider forces, the commanders exhibit the same physique of other outsiders but have significantly more complicated neuroimplants as well as much more advanced equipment. Personal shielding is common and many other tactical abilities may be available to these dangerous enemies. Agents are advised to make commanders a top priority in any engagement. Commanders do not exhibit the same poor living conditions as their subordinate grunts. Nutrition is plentiful, physical trauma is minimal. Many commanders carry personal effects into battle. These often appear to be devotional items, perhaps involved in religious ceremonies centered around their origin. The precise details of this origin are still being examined by Dr. Weir, but it's believed to be the communication network utilised by the outsiders' neural implants.
Come while you perform tests on men, like livestock.
These tests serve to protect them.
Fucking hell, we've got the recording going and then people speaking.
Maybe, but we're still not certain of what side effects.
Bloody hell, that's brilliant. No, I don't know about all that. It's just a minor change. You would have done it yourself. In time.
Maybe, but you're the one who did it today. If I'm not careful, you'll be replacing me as head of this project.
And take away your prized work? Anyway, what was it you wanted to show me? What? Oh, it's these new transmissions that we've been receiving. Dr. Rossi believes they may be extraterrestrial in origin. Take a look. Extraterrestrial transmissions. You don't say. Think of it. Intelligent life on other worlds. A culture more advanced than ours, reaching across the void to welcome us to the Brotherhood of the Stars. Alan, you're making some rather dangerous assumptions.
Oh, I know it could be nothing. Some Soviet trick, perhaps.
But think, Lawrence. If it really is from another planet,
Why, someday, our Vengate project could bridge our worlds.
yes, I suppose that could be possible.
Why, this could be the start of a new chapter in human history.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
I would love it if the Xbox Series X had some sort of algorithm or AI in it that could play these old backwards compatible games and completely smoothen the graphics out. I'd love it. Anyway, salvage report. Sectopod. While not a living alien species, the Sectopod poses a new danger. Standing 20 feet tall, this heavily armoured fighting robot is equipped with heavy weapons atop multiple all-terrain legs that can be used as impromptu melee weapons. Sectopods are controlled by a living sectoid, encased and sustained within the armour. These pilots are unable to leave the sectopod. In many cases, their containment tanks are welded shut and may actually be a carefully bred subspecies developed solely for this purpose. The pilot's loyalty would have to be unquestionable, and while they do not wear the slave collars of their brethren, they bear significantly more intrusive neural implants. So, loads of information this time around. After every mission it must unlock new stuff, so I'm definitely gonna do these Return to XCOM videos to read everything and hear all the dialogue. Salvage report. Gunship. The gunship we faced was only one of the countless number of the Outsiders' multi-purpose assault ships, but has provided us with an excellent array of technological materials for study. The combined thrust gravitic propulsion systems, Illyrium transfer power source, and the sorted environmental control systems should be especially useful if we are to take the fight to the enemy. More generally, we find that while the enemy gunships are very sturdily built for war, they also bear evidence of extended heavy usage, with only minimal repairs in some cases. Unnecessary systems, luxury and entertainment suites have been cannibalised for use in more pressing repairs. Weapons and propulsion suggesting that the Outsiders have been running low on supplies in the course of their extended conquest. This may explain the urgency of their attack on Earth. Yeah, it could do. Attack now while they have stuff. So we ain't going in there, we ain't going in there, ain't going in there. At least we came down here and we heard the recordings and read the reports.
Ah, William, welcome to our newly refitted laboratory. I'm certain that Dr. Weir would love to give you a tour of the facilities. Yeah, Herr Doctor?
Yes, of course. I'll just leave Heinrich to his tests.
These are like ex-Nazi scientists from Operation Paperclip. After World War II, the Americans brought some
here is what
Nazi
we call a
scientists
workshop.
over.
It's where we test the new equipment and
So that
applications.
Dresner was definitely
It's all quite experimental, so don't use anything here until it's been cleared for the field.
I was just thinking, actually, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we can't change equipment till we get to the mission thing.
Here we go. As you see, we have the automated turret deployed, but it cannot draw a line of sight on any targets. You can lift a target out from behind its cover to get a clear shot. But if you face many targets, it might be a better option to lift your turret instead.
Now that's awesome. How awesome is that? Lift the turret.
The engineers are especially proud of the gyroscopic stabilization that makes that possible. It'd be a shame not to put it to use in the field.
So we could hide it behind the wall to protect
The boys in the lab just wanted to
and then
make sure
raise
you
it
knew
to
all
attack
your
the enemy.
options in the field. Never know when it'll come in handy.
Yeah, that's sick. What's next, Doctor?
As you may have guessed from the glow, this is where we store element 115, or Illyrium. Understanding it is vital to our ability to adapt and adopt outsider technology. But so far our results have been mixed, at best. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a guided tour. I'll leave you to your duties, William. Agent Carter, I fear I haven't properly expressed my gratitude for the rescue you provided me.
All in a day's work, Doc.
Modest as well. You're just a grab bag of admirable qualities, aren't you, Agent? I only hope I prove to be worth your efforts.
I'll tell you what would make it worth it. A little clarity. I'm hoping you can help me understand a few things.
By all means. What is it you'd like to discuss?
Did you know that your assistant was one of them?
Yes, well, believe it or not, I'm as shocked as you. More so, I dare say. He was so dedicated, so curious. But that's no excuse. I mean, how could I have been such a fool?
You're lying. I'm supposed to believe you worked side by side with an enemy operative and never had any idea. And they call you a genius.
Believe what you will, Agent, I was fooled. And by someone I came to care quite deeply about. I don't expect you to fathom the intricacies of human emotion, but I don't care for your insinuations. I am as much a patriot as any enlisted man.
They didn't hire me for my sensitivity, Doc. Sorry if my heart doesn't go out for a traitorous alien.
The question is, traitorous to whom? He provided us with invaluable information.
Your assistant mentioned something called Mosaic. Said you were the key to it. Seemed to have something to do with the measurements you were taking. Any idea what he meant by that?
I don't know much about it at all, other than it controls the Venn gates connecting our worlds, and it also seems to exert some degree of influence over the denizens of that world. As to why Lawrence regarded me as the key to it remains a mystery.
But what is it? Is it a thing? Or a person? What is it?
I wish I knew, Agent. It could be any number of things. A natural force, a psychological disorder. One thing is certain, however. It does seem to be accessible via physical technology.
The people we saw back there. The stuck ones. The ones who can't stop doing the same thing over and over. What's the skinny on them? Are they us? Or are they them?
Be honest, I haven't the foggiest. I can say it was horrifying.
Zombies.
My students, one by one, falling victim to the condition.
How does it operate? Why does it only take some people?
A mystery as yet, but one I aim to get to the bottom of. I did notice trends. More students than professors, more whites than blacks. Nothing I can yet identify as the source.
Before I go, tell me, why are you so valuable? Folk seems to think we can't win this thing without you.
I suppose he regards the work I've been doing with ARPA as essential. I've been tracking audio signals gathered via telemetry. I shopped my findings around the scientific community for months.
Anything concrete?
Only subtle results, but Myron, Director Falk, recognized their import. I thought it was merely a curious anomaly, but he felt it was a warning. Guess now we know who was right.
Right, so you chatted to him. Head up and Search one more area, I believe, before we go back to Fork. So outsider biological examination. Dr. Dresner, here are the findings from the outsider biopsies. I should call out for a few more interesting findings which may be useful for your own research. 1. The outsider's biology is largely similar to our own. Carbon-based, bipedal, vertebrate, all that. They appear to eat crap, breathe, bleed and die like us. Many appear to have major modifications to their circulatory, nervous, respiratory, skeletal and muscular systems. These appear to be synthetic additions, but the implantation method is far too thorough and precise for any surgery we've seen. On death, these modifications overheat, rapidly consuming themselves and their host. Careful surgery can prevent this, but it's very difficult and dangerous. Surgeon Kirkhope received severe blisters on the fingers of his scalpel hand. Thank you very much. I trust this is enough information for you to work with, and my staff can return to treating injured humans and studying the afflicted sleepwalkers. If you require more data, you are cordially invited to perform your own goddamn research. Dr. Jeff Hara. So it's risky operating on those things, huh?
I think I would like that, Mr. Falk. I think I would like that very much. You are Dr. Heinrich Dresner, correct? Yeah, Mr. Falk. And do you understand why I am interviewing you today? Officially or unofficially? None of this will be in the final records of your immigration. Officially, our commitments at Yalta mean we must turn you away. And yet, here we both are. Yes, well, we can't risk losing a mind like yours to the Soviets, now can we? You need not worry about that, sir. There is a reason I surrendered to your soldiers, or not to Stalin's. What reason is that? I do not like their cold winters. Very funny. Regardless, we need to talk about your past affiliations. What is there to say? What was done was terrible, wasteful, inhuman. I have regrets, but I had no part in that. No way to prevent it. You could have left. At the time, I did have a family to support. Also, I feared my once great nation would turn to the Communist Party. So you supported the alternative? Only at first. By the time I saw what they truly were, it was too late to escape. I'm a scientist, Mr. Falk. I understand physics, fluid dynamics, chemical reactions. But I cannot see the future. I cannot predict the horrors of my fellow man. We can't offer you atonement, Doctor. But we can offer you a chance to use your skills to help people.
So that was that recording. Let's go and speak to Dr. Dresner.
What did you want to talk about?
Yes, we've had a bit of a mishap, William.
Ah, great.
As you know, our most pressing goal is to develop a test to determine the humanity of our personnel, if you will. We've had a breakthrough, discovering a signal which causes the Silacoids to become quite agitated. But as you can see...
Your test subjects escaped?
Indeed. Perhaps the signal agitated them a bit too much.
Why haven't we been put on alert?
With our current tension, can you imagine how people would panic? I'd rather we keep this little incident between ourselves, William.
What exactly do you need me to do?
The Silacoids are likely to be hiding in the ventilation or other subsystems. Their distinctive trail should make it easy for you to track them and destroy them. Good hunting.
Find the missing Silacoids. Track down and neutralize the Silacoids. Yeah, where? In this place? I'm gonna have to Google that shit. So we've got 3 aliens. One on the shriveled up on the table. What I'd do is, if I'm not sure we're going to do that investigation, I'll search up online. Autopsy report. Mutton weighing over 1/4 ton. These walking tanks are over the product of extreme physical mutations or countless generations of eugenic breeding. Eugenic breeding. Dubbed muttons, these devastating enemies are heavily armoured and equipped with scatter lasers. Agents are advised to keep their distance and focus fire on a single target to penetrate the creature's defences. Muttons' impressive physiology is further augmented by an array of implants, but these do not include the same neural relays found in outsiders. With neither the hierarchical communication of the outsiders nor the coerced submission of the sectoids, it appears that muttons are engaged as mercenaries in the enemy's forces, but without an understanding of their payment or motivations, humanity has little chance of being able to employ these powerful forces or sway their loyalty. So we've searched all through there now.
Just a sec, Carter. You know the drill. Wait, what the hell? There's something in there. It's in the vents. Get it, Carter, quick!
Fucking lucky that.
I'll start a flush of the whole decontamination system now.
Looks like I found the first of Heinrich's blobs.
So that's what those things are. So if we look, there should be some of those all around the map then. This investigative place. So we should come across
we
them.
have more of them in here. If there was another one, don't you think he would have tried to help his friend bust out?
Maybe not. If it were me, I'd stay.
Infirmary. Ain't going there. Armory firing range.
Real guns aren't good enough anymore. Nah, they all want some crazy ray gun. Carter, what's this I hear about people sleepwalking through cities?
It's some sort of sickness. Just another way those bastards are killing us out there.
What, the death rays aren't doing the job fast enough?
The infection doesn't seem to do any physical harm, except to their looks. Just traps them in their own head.
And that's better than being dead, is it?
Tell me more about that friend in the service. Anything like the sleepwalkers?
Well, I can't say it was too similar. I mean, poor old Ken didn't have black gunk all over his eyes to start. But the things he saw when we were in the Great War.
Terrible things happen during war.
Anyway, he never got over the shock. And Myron and I never got over what happened to him. I just hope we can do more for those sleepwalkers.
How are our food and water supplies?
We should be able to hold off for another month, maybe more with tighter rationing.
You've known the old man for a while. Has he always been this paranoid?
No, not at all. In fact, I remember when he used to be a naive new recruit.
What happened to him?
Well, it's not hardly my place to tell his life story. But let's just say that sort of attitude doesn't last after the third time a refugee pulls a gun on you.
That's enough prying for now.
Anytime, Carter.
Infiltrator testing procedures. All personnel, as the chat events around Neil's demise have taught us, we must be internally vigilant against infiltration from the outsider menace. Physical screening can prevent cloaked infiltrators, but we must be aware of other forms of infiltration, particularly by sympathizers or double agents. Until such time as we can determine a scientific test to reveal the enemies among us, we have developed a functional identity test. On entrance to the base from any external trip or assignment, all personnel are required to go through a screening attended by no fewer than 2 guards. These guards will ask one of a series of screening questions rotated daily. Any subject who gives what is considered suspicious response will be held further questioning. Security agents will be given the questions and guidelines depicting what constitutes suspicious answer on a daily basis. We thank you for your vigilance. With your assistance, we shall persevere. Director Falk.
You got shit for brains is what you got. You know what I heard? I heard this weird guy was buddied up with one of them.
So we've got new equipment. So, oh yeah, laser pistol. So we've got laser, SMG and shotgun. Scatter laser, laser SMG. Frag grenade, medical pack. Slows bleed out time when the wearer is incapacitated. Headshot damage is what we've got. So he's got a sniper and sharpshooter pack. He's got the rifle and the med pack. Pulse wave. Oh yeah, he's got pulse wave.
I'm not following. Hey, have you heard about what they got down there in the big hangar?
No, and neither have you.
Huh? But one of the maintenance techs told me...
Nothing. Nobody told you a damn thing. Trust me on this.
So our dude's practicing. Let's do it.
That's a kill!
Huh. It's funny they throw him out here.
Shove him.
Pushing.
Take him down.
Draw the bead. Target down!
Lifting him. That one there.
Won't know what hit him.
Hit it hard!
Take an aim!
So, what else we got? So, all security agents, today's security question for infiltrator screenings and suspicious response guidelines. Please recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Obviously, this should be easy for any red-blooded American. Be sure to watch for unusual cadence, which may indicate unfamiliarity with the pledge, or for signs of discomfort at the phrase "under God." Remember, your vigilance means the safety of the base and our entire species. When in doubt, take no chances. We got nothing else there. Trying to think where else there is to go.
Open up the firing range again.
To get the rest of them silicone things, whatever they're called.
Attention all personnel. We have received confirmation of an outsider attack on Seattle. Though details of the attack remain sparse, we will provide more information as it becomes available. End report.
So let's talk to Fork.
I don't like it when my agents go off the rails, Carter. Never ignore my orders again. You're lucky things turned out as well as they did with Dr. Weir's rescue. I'll overlook it this time. I understand the situation is getting to you.
Weaver tell you that? Or you just figured it out on your own?
I need to know I can trust you, Carter. I took a big risk including you in this operation, and I'm about to take another.
In case you forgot, I was the one who caught the infiltrator.
I'm well aware, and you're going to help us interrogate the captive. But we absolutely cannot afford another breach, especially not now. We can't afford to let any of our information become public.
I've been wanting to have a talk with that infiltrator.
There's a lot we can learn from him, but right now, there's one piece of info that could help us end the war.
What's that?
Where to strike.
Impressive. But can it win the war?
It can give us a fighting chance.
What do we know about the infiltrator?
We've been running a barrage of tests on it. Preliminary interrogation, medical checks. The boys in the lab even took a look at the devices implanted in him.
Find anything useful?
We don't even know his name. Or if his kind even have names. But we have reason to believe he'll be more responsive now.
What happened? Lock him in solitary for a couple weeks?
You might be closer than you think. In a recent examination, our surgeons removed this from his head. We think it's some kind of communication device.
He was bugged?
We're not sure. Weir thinks it was his connection to Mosaic.
That's their communication network.
According to Dr. Weir, yes. Whatever it is, ever since we removed this thing, The infiltrator's been less aggressive, more morose.
Interesting. How do we know we can take them out in one strike?
Weir's been studying their transmissions, and he believes they're coming from a single source.
That's this mosaic thing they talk about?
Yes. The doctor says his measurements prove that it's some sort of central command, possibly even a single being. And if our tests are correct, it is indeed more than just some sort of radio network.
How so?
After studying the infiltrator's implants and physiology, we believe it connects directly to the minds of the outsiders.
So if we take out Mosaic's core, we shut down every outsider on this planet.
That's the idea. But we need to know more.
That's an impressive flying saucer you've built.
Actually, the Air Force was already toying with a prototype like this. Our German associate just made a few modifications, including everything we could steal from the outsiders.
How does it handle?
When it's finished, it'll be faster and more maneuverable than anything in the skies.
But can it take on one of their battleships?
In a head-to-head fight, no. But it won't need to. Watch.
Nifty little trick.
Dr. Dresner is particularly proud of that one. He's been invaluable to the project. We've dubbed the craft the Avenger.
Can it get through those Venn gates of theirs?
That's what we need you to find out.
I'll see what I can get out of the infiltrator.
Good. We've got him in a containment center in the lab, built especially for him.
Got his own luxury suite, huh? That ought to soften him up.
Don't count on it.
How gentle do I need to be?
Just be careful. He's the only captive we have.
Interrogate the infiltrator. This new bit that's opened up here.
It can move in any direction? Like a helicopter?
Yes, if a helicopter was twice as good, 5 times faster, and could fly through a vacuum.
Ah, that makes quite a difference.
Shut it down! Shut it down before it blows! No, wait! We need to test the threshold!
Yes, we really should see when it explodes.
Are you too crazy? Shut it down! Did you see that lift? Wunderbar! Never before have I seen its equal. Sure, if you don't mind your crew splattered all over the walls. Of course, of course. But that is why we do this radio control test beforehand, yeah? There's no way you're getting me in one of those flying saucers until you work out the eject system. Nonsense. If we are careful and precise in our work, we will have no need of ejection systems. We might not need one. But I'm the one who's going to be piloting that thing. I still don't understand why you don't want us to design weaponry for this new craft.
Yes, we have a very promising prototype.
No!
9. Project Avenger order form. Deliver immediately and file in a secure envelope. Too many rumours about Project Avenger have been leaked out. I know the team needs to know that we have a positive way of striking back at the enemy, but we cannot afford to risk the knowledge reaching the infiltrator. So where do we go for that?
Serious. They got him here, locked up for interrogation.
Where are these missing Silacoids then? Where are we gonna find these assholes? Any new things to say from her?
Make it quick.
Nope.
That's all for...
Thank you, sir.
I will.
We read this. Incident report for Rosemont, Georgia. Heavy alien construction has removed all nominal traces of Rosemont University and the surrounding neighbourhood. Military defences have been obliterated and nearly all civilian populace has been infected with the unknown sleepwalker ailment. Target wheel was successfully extracted, as were a number of unaffected civilians, currently in quarantine in the medical bay for further study. Wreckage of enemy gunship has been delivered to lab with the other outside artefacts for analysis. Mission successful. Got to interrogate the infiltrator, but have to find his fucking ass first. Oh, we already read that.
Attention all personnel. We have multiple
fuck are those Silacoids gonna be?
Severe. We will relay further information as it becomes available. End report.
How could somebody leave a mess like that? Whoa, Carter! Have a little decency, would you? What the hell's happening in there?
We found one. So I went through the air vent though.
Hope you washed your hands at least.
Where were the air vent have gone?
Attention all personnel. Outsider interference continues to scramble long-range communication efforts. Field teams report rumors of panic arriving in major cities. End report.
Use your cloak. Going stealth. Make him hurt. Draw his fire.
Over here!
Focus on this one.
Enemies engaged! Taking the shot! Almost got it down!
Good job, buddies. I need to find where these fucks are. Go and interrogate now. Pretty sure it's up here. Oh yeah, it is.
The infiltrator's right inside, Agent Carter. If you need anything, just ask.
Officer, you're new here, aren't you?
Yes, sir. They rescued me up from outside Louisville.
You've been brought up to speed?
Yes, sir. Prisoner is secure, mostly docile, and Falk has things in hand. I'd say it's going pretty well.
It's a little early to say it's going well.
Sir, it's been a month and a half, and we've gotten back on our feet after the surprise attack. I'd say that counts for something.
You're not wrong, but I got a feeling it'll get worse before it gets better.
Then I'm glad I'm here, where I can make a difference.
How's the infiltrator?
The containment room was designed to act as both a brig and a lab, so he's well contained. Not that he's been trying to get out.
You think he's planning something?
Can't say for sure. Any other prisoner, yeah, but since they removed that controller thing from his head, he's been a different man. Or I guess I should say, different creature.
How much do you trust Falk?
I trust him with my life, sir. After all, if it weren't for him and his teams, I'd still be out there.
You said you were rescued from outside Louisville?
Yes, sir. Fort Knox in particular. Agent De Silva and his team were recovering something from high-value storage, and I thought they were looters.
That could have gone poorly.
Not really. I don't know about you, but I ask questions before I start shooting. They were only too happy to bring me back, once they were certain I was human.
How exactly did they prove that?
Just like checking for Reds. Sing the Star Spangled Banner, ask what happened in the most recent episode of Captain Thunderclap, and so on and so on.
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Is there any documents in here, or we'll just get straight on with the interrogation?
I see you gave up on the disguise. Done playing dress-up?
This one can no longer hide. Those systems were corrupted by your scientists.
Yeah. Gloat all you want about your superior technology while we've got you tied to a chair with a rope.
You want revenge for your fellow warrior. Go ahead and take it. Nothing you do will stop the Zujari.
We're gonna pay a visit to your home, and you're gonna help us get there.
A counter-invasion. Ha! The more you resist Mosaic, the more you will bring death to your world. You think you have seen our strength? This is just an expeditionary force preparing the way for our armies. We will destroy you.
We'll see about that.
It's simple. You will join our empire or you will die. For us, there are no other choices.
Our whitecoats say there's been a change in your attitude ever since they yanked this device out of your head. I want to know what the hell it is.
It is many things. A shield, a beacon, our focus. It is Mosaic. Without it, we are... I am alone, unsure, impure of thought.
What exactly is Mosaic?
You would think of it as a broadcast, a network. Each of us are connected to it. It unites us.
It's how you receive your orders.
Our orders, our faith. Mosaic delivers truth, or perhaps what Origin decides is the truth.
Why don't you just do yourself a favor? Just talk straight to me, and tell me about this Origin. Maybe we can help you.
You are more civilized than would be expected for such divided creatures. It is not a weakness. Nothing is as I thought. Nothing is as Origin told us.
Listen, I'm fighting for the survival of my entire race here. Give me something to work with, or you'll find out what I'm willing to do for my world.
You have already seen what we are willing to do for our own dying world. What Origin has forced us to do for our world. Forced me to do to other worlds.
You don't have to let Origin control you. Tell us how to stop him and you can be free. We can destroy Mosaic. You can all be free.
Yes, but Mosaic cannot be destroyed. Mosaic is not a single place, not a solid thing. And soon it will consume your people as it has so many. As it did mine.
Fine. Tell him where we are.
This is a foolish decision. Mosaic will know our location immediately. Origin will see that you all die.
They'll come finish off XCOM, you'll return a hero. Go on. Join the inevitable.
No. I cannot go back. Not anymore.
Then help us fight it. If we win, we can find a way to help the rest of your people.
Very well, William Carter. You win. To survive the crossing, you will need an instrument that can recalibrate quantum structures.
Dr. Weir should be able to make sense of that.
I hope for your sake he does. But such a device can be acquired only from one of our ships, which can be found at one of our docking stations near a Ven gate. It would not be possible to replicate it with human technology.
Thank you. We won't forget your help.
Right, we got the interrogation over with. So, let's go.
Nice work in there, Carter. I bet the director will want to tell you that himself.
Was he watching?
You even have to ask that question? He's waiting for you in Ops.
So, back to Falk.
Yes, sir?
That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, we demand to have access to the outsider. We have violent questions and demand answers.
So, Falk, so back where we go.
I don't know what you said to him, but that alien thing's been making nice since your little visit. You must have scared the bejesus out of him.
The fuck is that? The hell is all that? Doesn't make sense. Where are all these trails leading? Doesn't make sense. Oh shit. See one in here somewhere.
Holy Jesus, get that thing out of here! Oh, come on, Carter! Get it!
I thought I had a nice, quiet desk job.
So he must have got all of them. Security screening questions. All security agents today. Security question for infiltrator screenings and suspicious response guidelines. Where were you when President Johnson was assassinated? Obviously, this is a trick question. The outsiders are passingly aware of our recent history, but appear to be bad at distinguishing between specific human names. Remember, your vigilance means the safety of the base and your entire species. When in doubt, take no chances. Director Full. So it looks like we got all of those things. So we can leave now. Where's that Byron guy? Return to Heinrich. I'm trying to think where that motherfucker is. And we can't sprint, which is more annoying. Pretty sure Heinrich was in the lab. Sure about it.
Heinrich's been going crazy about propulsion systems and radial aerodynamics or something. Whatever they're building is going to be big.
This was Heinrich Dresner, wasn't it?
Dankeschön, William. With your aid, we will soon be able to uncover any remaining infiltrators.
I hope you're more careful in the future, Doctor.
Yes, yes, of course. And for your discretion, perhaps this will be of use to you.
What the hell is this? Investigation complete. Find the missing Silacoids. Unlock dispatch mission. Nanotechnology. Bow, New Hampshire. Return to ops to dispatch agents.
Where was Heinrich at lunch?
In engineering, working on his new pet project.
Right. So just report to Falk now. Okay, fair enough. Did he not give us any equipment? I have to wait till we get to one of them computer things.
Can't wait to get off my shift and check out the new tests in the lab. Whole place is a toy shop. If the toys all mean they're vaporized people.
So we'll go to Falk's office. Falk's office. It's this way. There.
unknown, believed to be severe.
Carter, good work in there. I'm honestly surprised you kept your cool.
That wasn't my first interrogation.
It shows. Having a defector on our side could make a big difference.
And who knows? Someday, they might be great allies.
Let's just focus on making it through this war. Now, I've been discussing the information you extracted with Dr. Weir.
Any clue where we can find one of those interdimensional things?
The doctor calls it a phase plotter. And we know there's an outsider docking tower near a town called Vida Buena in New Mexico. De Silva's team reported it when they were investigating sleepwalkers in the area.
Sounds like I should talk to De Silva.
That could be difficult. De Silva's team attempted to infiltrate the structure. The last report from them was 2 days ago.
What the hell, Falk? De Silva goes missing and you're just telling me now?
Calm down, Carter. We have reason to believe that he's still alive, but he's deep in enemy territory and unable to broadcast. Link up with him and his team. Then you will all escort Dr. Weir through the command tower and secure the phase plotter.
Why are we putting the doctor back in danger?
Weir is the only one who understands how the enemy gates work. He's the only one with any insight into how their systems might operate.
And no time to train a field specialist, right?
Precisely. Keep Dr. Weir safe. He's far too valuable to lose.
What was De Silva doing up there anyway?
He was assigned to gather intel on the Outsider's gates for Dr. Weir's benefit.
And now we're going there to get one of these gadgets. What aren't you telling me about this place?
Vida Buena is an Outsider transport hub. Ships coming and going from one of those gates, 24 hours a day.
So the best chance we have of getting a phase plotter
is a place swarming with enemies. Yes.
You think we can trust the Outsider?
He seemed pretty shaken up. If we learned anything from your encounter with this Lawrence, it's that the real problem is their mosaic.
You think they'll all just switch off when we take out Mosaic?
I wouldn't bet on it. But as it seems to be their communications network, destroying it would give us a serious edge.
Can't ask for much more than that. All right, that's all I need.
I'll have Senior Ops inform Dr. Weir that you're ready to go. Carter.
Yes, sir?
Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
It's funny, it actually took quite a while to do this. An hour.
Back from the interrogation? How did it go?
He was easy to handle. Now we've got our own little stool pigeon.
Then let's use him while we can. And before the lab tries to cut him up to see how he works.
Are you tracking Axis?
Not tracking him directly, but if I find the target, I think it'll lead to Axis.
That's cryptic.
Anyone could be listening in, and I've been tracking this case for too long to risk losing it now.
Is Falk getting too paranoid?
Well now, that depends.
Depends on what?
Whether or not Falk's listening right now.
You get the report from the interrogation?
Yeah, the bastard killed Nils. You were too soft on him.
That's why they didn't let you interrogate him. He can't tell us much if he's dead.
He didn't tell us much as it is.
He told us enough to figure out the next step. That's all we need for now.
With any luck, the old man will let me have the next shot at him.
I'm going to get some answers.
Good luck.
I think that's it.
Attention all personnel. We have received unconfirmed reports that the Outsiders have made Savannah, Georgia.
What's this?
You can't attend every threat yourself, but in some cases, you can dispatch agents to assist. On these dispatch missions, they will earn valuable experience and may find new equipment or even other experienced agents. However, they won't be available in the field while dispatched, so select your squads wisely.
So, keeping my agents. Agent dispatch mission, mission complexity 5. 7. So how does this work? So I need to recruit new agents. Commando. Experience running clandestine operations overseas has made this agent exceptional at sniping unsuspecting targets. Years of fighting organized crime has taught the agent how to accurately fire under pressure. Agents have been given additional technical training, allowing him to use abilities more frequently, allowing him to deal more damage with weapons, allowing him to survive longer, recover from injuries faster. It's funny. And we've got the 4. I'm going to do another support agent. Marksman. Abilities. Deal more damage. Survive longer. Black Ops, mate. One more engineer. Wield weapons more efficiently. Use deployed weapons to be tougher and last longer. Abilities more frequently. Deal more damage. Survive. Cover injuries so I survive longer in combat. So we'll keep our guys and just keep all these. And let's send them out. Guardian pack. Reduce damage taken from all attacks. That would be good. Let's send 5 out. So you want medic. Sniper. Engineer. Commando. So launch mission. Receiving reports of devastating earthquakes in the San Francisco area. Damage to infrastructure resulting fires in a major naval port has cost 82 lives and damage on one of the battleships. The USS North Carolina. And analysts theorize that the seismic activity may be the result of more outsider terraforming along with San Andreas fault line. What about over here? Much of the population fears the communication outage is evidence of the impending communist attack. No more than the residents of Miami who have long suspected that communist Cuba is aligned with the USSR. Several independent reports suggest combat on the air and ground on a distant island. Operatives evacuated many residents to fallout shelters under the pretense of a nuclear threat from Cuba. Major communication lines have been cut off with New York City, but recon patrols and operatives provide multiple conflicting reports. State of emergency in the city appears to have shut down. The docks and many major roadways with sleeper aged positions starve the city as infection spreads. Operatives in the city are calling on national security preparedness to prevent rioting. 7 and 7. So mine Operation Grifter. The major operation. We'll do the minor ones. So for now, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed that. If not, go fuck yourself. Otherwise, see you in my next video.